Okay, so I'm just going to do a video on tomatoes because that's what I'm doing today. We have a bunch that I need to get done, and I'll probably just make sauce out of them. So, just going to quarter them, and I am using a bread knife because it makes nice, smooth, pretty cuts, which with what I'm doing isn't really important, but if you were wanting to slice them up for your hamburger or something, this would make some really nice slices. Look at that. Beautiful. And I've already got several in this pot over here on the stove. But I still have quite a few in my sink there. And like I said, there's different kinds. I got round ones. And I've got these. I think these might be paste tomatoes. And I'm just cutting these in about 3 or 4 pieces, depending on how big they are. So, like I said, they aren't too seedy inside, and they seem pretty fleshy, so pretty sure these are paste tomatoes, but since they're some that somebody actually gave us and not ones that we grew, I'm not sure what variety they are. We have plenty of our own that'll be ready soon enough, but they're not quite there yet. Some of the ones that my husband is growing for seed are getting ripe, and I just did a little batch earlier. I'll show that to you. Here we go. This is a 1.5 pint jar, so 12 ounces, full of tomato seeds and a little bit of liquid. And we'll let this sit for about 3 days or so to kind of rot a little bit, so that the fleshy part that's stuck to the seeds will come off easier when I rinse them. And I just have a little coffee filter on, let's see, can't say that, little coffee filter on top here, and that's just to keep the fruit flies out, because fruit flies are annoying, and I don't know anybody that likes them really. And then we had just a few cherry tomatoes on our plant made it, and I did those the other day, and here are the seeds of them. So not very many, but like I said, we only had like a handful that made it. So this is all the seeds we got, but they're cleaned and just gonna let them sit out and dry for probably 1 or 2 more days, and they'll be ready to be put up. So next year we'll have quite a few more cherry tomato plants. And my pot over here is getting pretty full. And see if I can take you over there without shaking this too much. Let me pause it for a minute. Alright, and here I have my tomato masher. And I'm just smashing them down in here more, making room for them. And I don't have to cook them that long. I just got to cook them long enough to get them kind of soft so they'll go through the food mill really easy. Then I'll do that. And hopefully I can get a video of me doing that. So I will get back with you. And until then. Alright, I have the food mill already set up and have started. I'm about halfway through. I will try and talk loud and hope you can hear me on the other side of the table here. So I just turn the handle. We don't have a motor, so it's just hand powered. I have the seeds and skins going into this bowl. Here's my little catch bowl, which I am transferring into this pot to heat back up. I already have the canner over here heating as well. I'm just using a spatula to scrape it with. It does come with a plunger to use, but I like my spatula better. And I'm just using this big scoop here to dish them out of the pot. And the bowl is just trying to contain some of the drips, but I've still got a little trail on the floor. And also right here where the handle goes in, it has a little small drip too when I'm turning, so no way you can get away with doing this without making some mess, of course, but I try and minimize where I can. So that is the food mill, and I will be back when I'm ready to jar it up for canning. Alright, so it got too late last night for me to make a video of me processing the tomatoes, so I'm just going to show you the finished product. I got 3 quarts of tomato sauce, 3 quarts of tomato juice, and 1 quart that was half sauce, half juice. So you can see kind of more of the juice at the top there, and then the sauce, but it's plenty juicy in there. And then the juice just has a little bit of stuff in the bottom. All I put in them was just a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of citric acid, and then I pressure can them for 15 minutes. And that was all. See you later.